There are so many movies that have changed my life, and I know all of you watching feel the exact same way. I'm Celine, and welcome back to Spooky Girl Movies. We're gonna jump right into it because I have a list of 10 movies that will change your life. Now, these movies are pretty popular. I feel like most people have seen them, and if you're not a movie buff, but you want to get into movies, this is a great list for you to get started with. All right, so the first movie on this list is personally in my top 10. I love this movie. This is The Worst Person in the World. It is a Norwegian movie. This movie is the perfect coming of age movie. It is perfect for anybody that is feeling lost in their 20s, doesn't know who they are, and is just trying to figure life out. And it does such a good job at showing that you can start over whenever you want. The protagonist of the story is Julie. She is trying to discover herself and figure out what she wants in life. And she keeps making mistakes and starting over, trial and error. I thought it was just so real and so raw. We see somebody constantly making mistakes and constantly starting over, just figuring out what they want. I love the scene where Julie is at a party and meets this man and they just hit it off. They have chemistry, but they don't sleep together, they don't kiss, nothing like that. But they do something else that I thought was so interesting. Like, it's such an interesting choice because the director chose to have their intimacy be something so mundane. It was them peeing in front of each other, which I thought was such a beautiful choice because I feel like we as a society constantly associate intimacy with things like physically being close, when in reality there are so many other things that play into intimacy, like literally peeing in front of each other. That is such an intimate thing to do in somebody. You're being vulnerable. You're literally taking off your pants and peeing. It's not a pretty sight, and it's very vulnerable to do that in front of somebody, especially somebody you just met. And they're drunk, so it makes sense, but I thought that was such a good scene. It's just well written to have something so unique as the source of intimacy. Anyway, there are just wonderful elements of intimacy, vulnerability, and just being human that I love so much, especially the scene with Axel when him and Julie are talking and Axel is just being so vulnerable. He says he spent so much time worrying about things that would go wrong, and everything that went wrong was nothing that he ever worried about. And I love that line so much. I think about it almost every day because it's something that helps me get through life and to stop worrying about things, because that sense of control is useless because life will surprise you. Life will throw things your way that you didn't even conceptualize. So to have that line, especially because Axel is sick, is something that I really, 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 really hold with me every day. So if you are a person that is lost or making mistakes and not knowing who you are, that is the perfect movie for you to watch. Okay, next on the list we have Hereditary. Okay, I know not everybody's a horror fan, but I think whether you're a horror fan or not, this is a great movie for you to watch because it's not just scary. It has so much depth. Like, it's a tragically beautiful movie. Hereditary is about the inescapable nature of trauma and mental illness, specifically inherited by family before you. Everybody knows the scene at the dinner table with her monologue when she says, "I am your mother."
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
I mean, that is iconic. I love that scene so much. Oh my god, what an incredible scene. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite horror movies because I love the writing so much. It's so good. Okay, next on the list we have Get Out. I freaking love this movie. I mean, Jordan Peele is a fucking genius, to be honest. This is so good. And at the time I watched it, I wasn't even into horror yet, but oh my god, this movie literally changed my life. It gave me such a different perspective into horror that I didn't think I would carry. I used to think horror was something that was so surface and just, for people to get scared. This movie was the first movie I saw that was horror, but I mean, it's more psychological thriller, but it is also kind of horror, and I was hooked. I was hooked. The original screenplay is genius, and honestly, Jordan Peele deserved every award for it. It also addresses classism and how often rich people in this country can get away with literally anything, and how often they get away with a lot of things. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend. Okay, another one I have for you is Silver Linings Playbook. I love this movie so much. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence's performance, Bradley Cooper's performance, are you kidding me? Those are probably the best performances I've seen from them, to be honest. Maybe I don't watch enough movies, but I actually know Jennifer Lawrence was pretty great in American Hustle. No, but I still like her performance better in Silver Linings. Okay, anyway. Jennifer Lawrence's choices were absolutely brilliant. I mean, the fact that she was what, like 21 when she filmed this? Goals. Goals. I love her. She is so talented. Her performance makes it what it is, to be honest. And it's a beautiful movie about fighting for someone you love and coming back to yourself after you've been through a lot and proving your worth to yourself. Okay, next I have The Truman Show. I mean, if you haven't seen that movie yet, that's crazy. You need to watch it. I mean, that's coming from me. I haven't seen a lot of movies, so don't. I'm just projecting. This was released in 1998. It stars Jim Carrey, and it is a wonderful movie about Truman, who is living in basically stimulation. He is living in a make believe world, but he doesn't know it yet. And the story follows him as he gradually discovers that this is not a real world. And he's actually been on TV the whole time. And it's basically a reality show about this man living his life, which is so interesting if you think about it. Anyway, I just think it's such a profound movie. Jim Carrey does a wonderful, wonderful job as Truman. And watching this man discover what his reality really is was fascinating. I would just highly recommend it. Honestly, I don't even want to go too into it because I just want you to watch it if you haven't seen it already. If you haven't seen this movie that I'm about to talk about, you're probably way too young, and that's crazy. Please watch this movie. It's for your mental health, it's for your well-being, okay? The Dark Knight. Are we kidding? This is a phenomenal movie. That opening scene of the bank robbers lives in my mind rent free. It's one of the best opening scenes I've ever seen. I mean, come on. This is one of the greatest movies of all time. But if you haven't seen this, please watch it. Even if you don't like superhero movies or action movies, you will like this movie. There's no way you won't like this movie. Heath Ledger, can we be for real for a second? I don't even have to say anything. I don't even have to say anything. He is incredible. He is incredible. I don't even, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything else. Because if you're watching me talk about this, you've probably already seen this movie. I don't have to explain anything to you. You know. You know, you're here. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. I'm not gonna tell you anything else. Go. Okay. Quick shift of tone to another movie that is nothing like the other ones I've talked about. It is Manchester by the Sea. It took me 3 days after watching this movie to even revisit it to discuss. It impacted me heavily. I was so grief stricken, I like didn't want to get out of bed. If you haven't seen this movie, you're probably thinking, okay, why should I watch this movie then? Sounds like you had a very negative experience, but I think the opposite. I think it just shows the power of accuracy in storytelling and people's experiences and how powerful it can be when you tell it the right way. It also shows the power of incredible acting. Casey Affleck's brutally painful performance was one of the best I've ever seen. It was mesmerizing in the most painful way. I don't think I'll ever fully get over this movie. Like, even talking about it right now, I want to cry. I think if you've gone through grief and guilt and isolating yourself, you should watch this movie. I think it would really make you feel seen. Let's move on before I vomit. I feel like heavy in my chest after that. Jesus Christ. Next on the list, we have Good Will Hunting. Who hasn't seen Good Will Hunting? If you haven't seen Good Will Hunting, it'll change your life. I watched it for the first time senior year of high school and changed my life. I mean, it does such a good job at portraying the power of good therapy. Just watch it. I'm sorry, like, I'm not gonna get too into it because I'm pretty sure everybody watching this video has seen that movie. But if you haven't seen it, just watch it. Robin Williams' monologue in the park still is something I think about every single day. It is one of the best monologues ever written. Go watch that movie. Go. It is a great movie for anybody that struggles with self hatred, self sabotage, and not believing in yourself, not loving yourself, thinking you deserve the worst because of the way you were brought up. I've related to that. I'm sure people watching this can relate to that. It's a wonderful movie. Just go watch it. All right. Next on the list, we have Before Sunrise. Again, most of these movies you've all probably seen. I don't care. They're what we're going to start off with. This will probably be a series that I will do on my channel where I come back to 10 movies that have changed my life that I think will change your life. This movie touched me in many, many ways because it is just two people connecting. I think that type of film to consume is crucial. We don't need to be stimulated by every single moment of a scene or movie to be able to enjoy it. This is a movie that is well written with heavy dialogue. It takes place with two people that meet on a train and spend one night together in Vienna. That is it. and you just see two people authentically and purely connecting. You don't like have this wild night out. It's just two people learning about who they are and who the other person is. All right, last but not least, we have The Hand of God. This movie is set in the 1980s in Naples, Italy. The plot follows an awkward Italian teen and he's struggling to find himself and to find his purpose in life. It is a gorgeous movie. I think it's a visually stunning movie. It's a story about familial love and grief. Fabietto, which is the main character, he finds new inspiration in life after a really horrible tragedy in his life. And that tragedy turns his life upside down. It gave a completely different direction to his character than I anticipated, and he didn't know what his purpose was until something so horrible happened that it just changed the trajectory of his life. He became a man that had a story to tell, and that was fascinating to watch. It was beautifully done. Those are the top 10 movies that I think will change your life if you haven't seen them already. If you want to see more of these, please let me know. And also, I am still, playing around with YouTube. So if you have any suggestions or things that you would like to see from me, please comment them down below or anything that you would want me to watch because there's also a lot I haven't seen. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to Spooky Girl Movies. My Instagram is at Spooky Girl Movies, and I will see you next time. Bye.